Hi everyone, Slangel here from Slangel Designs, and today we're going to take another look at a different type of granny square. I'm calling this the flowered granny square number 2, since we already had done a flowered square already. And this is very pretty. And you got it's in 3 different colors. You could do it in a single color, but I don't think you would get the same sort of oomph with the pattern. So we have 3 different colors. This is just an Aran color and kind of a mauve and then a lighter mauve. I'm just using parts I had left over from other projects, so if anyone wants to know the exact color of the yarn, unfortunately I have no sweet clue, because this is from something ages ago, but it's very pretty together. So this, I'm going to post a link in the description for the downloadable PDF, and you're going to notice in this PDF there's actually a crochet diagram included with this one. And so I know some people prefer to follow along on the diagrams, so I did have one to go with this one. But as you can see, when I was trying to come up with what I was doing, there was a bit of scribbling and stuff going on when I was trying to come up with the pattern here. So, because I did take some inspiration from other patterns that other people had done and kind of tweaked them and put some twists on it and stuff. So I would classify this as an intermediate. So if you're just beginning, not saying you shouldn't give it a try, but you may find it a little trickier and you may have to like pause the video and rewind it and watch it again and stuff like that, and or you may have some questions. So I'm using worsted weight yarn today, and I'm using a 5.5 millimeter hook, which is a US I9. If you're using worsted weight yarn, if you're using a yarn of a different weight, again, use the hook size recommended on the yarn label. Okay. Now, this one here with the worsted weight yarn and just with the tension I tend to use, this ends up being about a 6.5 inch square. 6.5 inch square granny square. So after you make a square using whatever yarn, whatever hook you're using, just measure it, because if you have a project idea in mind and you know what size you want it to be, you're going to have to figure out the number of squares you're going to need, because the different weighted yarns and the different hook sizes are going to give you a different size square. Okay. Now, that being said, totally customizable. When you finish these rounds of the square, you can always add on more rounds of the last row to make them a little bit bigger. Okay, that's totally up to yourself. So nothing too fancy, except there's a few different stitches in here that some people may not have come across before. So we've got our chain and double crochet and single crochet and treble crochet, also known as the triple crochet. Double crochet 3 together, and triple crochet or treble crochet 5 together. Half double crochet, space, repeat, slip stitch, beginning. The double crochet 3 together, I think I've done a little tutorial video on that. But now the crocheting 5 together, that's a little different. So I'm going to show you that one in a little more detail when we get to that area there. Okay. So this is what we're going to be looking at today. So let's not waste any more time. Let's just jump right in. So we're going to start with our Aran color. And again, I will post the downloadable PDF for this. Okay. So with color A, you're going to make your magic ring. So I like to leave a little bit longer tail because I do use that sometimes as a stitch marker. So I'm used to leaving longer tails. So for the magic ring, you're going to make your loop around your fingers, put your hook in, pull through, and then you're going to make a single crochet to secure it. That does not count as a stitch. That's just making your loop. Okay. So now it wants you to chain 2, double crochet 2 together. So you're going to yarn over, put your hook in there, bring up your loop. So you've got your 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2. Don't finish the double crochet because we're going to add another one in here. Yarn over, put your hook in, bring it up, Now you've got 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, and then to finish off, we're going to yarn over and pull through them all. So your first one of this round looks a little different than what the rest are going to look like because you've got that starting chain, okay? So now we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to double crochet 3 together. So yarn over and put your hook in, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, hook in, pull through 2, yarn over, put your hook in, pull through 2, and now we have the 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through them all. That's a double crocheting 3 together. So then we're going to chain 1, and we're going to repeat this around until we have 8 clusters in total. So, and don't worry about this being so loose. We're going to get this all snug and secure by the time we're all done. And sometimes it can be a little awkward trying to manipulate the yarn here at the beginning. Don't panic. I find that too sometimes. So then we'll chain 1. So we've got 3 in there so far. So I'd like to thank everybody who's been supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it, and it does help immensely. And chain 1. And then we're going to go back in. This is why it's important to have that nice long tail, because sometimes the tail gets pulled as you're working and you start to lose some of it. So so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chain 1. We need a couple more here. But yeah, I really appreciate all the support. It means the world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need to do a couple more. And if there's ever anything you would like to see as a tutorial on the channel, just leave it in the comments of one of the videos. And if it's something that I'm comfortable doing or can figure out for you, I will gladly do that, because that's what the purpose of this is, so we can all learn and get better at this. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're at our 8. You're going to finish off with a chain 1. We're going to pull that together and snug it all up. And then what you're going to do is at the top of that chain 2, you're going to slip stitch. Whoop. And that finishes that. Now, we're also going to fasten off this yarn because we are done with that. So now I do want to get my needle because I do want to weave my ends in as I'm going, because it makes it a lot easier to try to work around everything else. I'm not going to do it absolutely perfect because I like to take my time. Now, this is the tail from the magic ring. This we want to get nice and snug, so you kind of pull it without ripping your yarn, and then we're going to weave that in. And when I do it, if I was actually using these for a project, I would weave in and back and forth a few times just to make sure it's good to go. So that's not going to come out. All right. rid of that there. So there's your center ring, okay? Now, for your color B, your second color, you're going to attach this to one of the chain one spaces that you made before. So I'm going to, you can do whatever method it is you like to attach your yarn to. I'm just making a slip knot here. And we're going to go into one of these chain one spaces and just attach our yarn. So now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, which counts as our first treble. Then we're going to do a treble crochet 4 together for the starting one. So for the treble, you're going to yarn over twice, put your hook in, yarn over and pull through. You've got 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, and stop. We're going to do that again. Yarn over twice, hook goes in, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and stop. You've got 3 on your hook. Yarn over twice, put your hook in and yarn over, pull it up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and stop. So one more. So yarn over twice, put your hook in, yarn over and pull it up, pull through 2, pull through 2. You're going to have 5 loops on your hook now. That's to go with your 5, and you're going to yarn over and pull through them all. Essentially, you're making this petal, okay? So now what you're going to do is attach your hair, copy, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And then in the next chain one space, we're going to do the treble 5 of them together. So 1, 2, yarn over twice, hook goes in, yarn over and bring it back through, yarn over and go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over twice, hook goes into that same chain one space, yarn over, bring your yarn up, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and we'll keep going until we have the 5. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over twice. So now we have our 5. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to end up though with 6 loops on your hook because you've also got where you did the chain, okay? And then you're going to chain 4. And you're going to repeat this around. So I want you to put me on pause. Rewind to the beginning of the round if you need to. Put me on pause and meet me back at the end of the round and I'll show you how to finish it. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 petals. I just finished treble crocheting the 5 together here. Now I'm going to chain 4 and I'm going to slip stitch that to the beginning of the chain that we did at the beginning here. Whoop. And once you do that, you're going to fasten off your yarn because you're going to weave these ends in as well because that ends off what you're going to do with that color there. So let's just get rid of these and we'll weave them in. And again, if you were making these for a project, make sure you're weaving your ends in nice and securely and hiding them kind of in plain sight so they're not coming through to the front of your work. Because the last thing you want to see is yarn poking through where you've threaded together. So there you see we have our 8 petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, what you're going to do is take your next color and you're going to attach your yarn to the chain 4 space. So let me get my yarn on my hook here, and I just put it on with a slip knot. You're going to attach to one of these chain 4 spaces, okay? And again, use whatever method you like to use to attach. You're going to put 6 single crochets in each of the chain 4 space around. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, you're not chaining anything, you're just immediately going right into that next chain 4 space with 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And this is what you're going to repeat all the way around. 6 single crochets in each of those chain 4 spaces. So press pause, work your way around, and when you get near the end, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, press play, and I'll show you where we're going to pick up from there, okay? Be right back. Okay, so you've got your single crochets all in the chain spaces. So now what you're going to do is you're going to slip stitch to the beginning single crochet. But you're not fastening off, okay? Because we're going to keep using this yarn for the rest of the square. I'm just going to get rid of this tail here. And again, you want to weave it in so that it's not coming through to the front of your work. All right, so now what you're going to do, we're on round 4. So I know right now it doesn't totally look like a whole lot just yet, but it will get there, I promise. So you're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. In the next single crochet, place a triple crochet. So yarn over twice, then yarn over, pull through 2. 1 second. Chain 4. Yep, that's right. I was just double checking something. So we're going to put our hook in, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. In the next single crochet, place a double crochet. And then the next 6 single crochet, in the next 6 of them, put a half double crochet. So 6 half double crochets in the next. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. In the next 2 single crochets, place a, in the next one, place a double crochet. I'm getting ahead of myself. And then the triple, or the treble, in the next 2. Then we're going to chain 2. You're going to put a treble in the next 2, and this is what's making the corner when you did the chain 2. And now we're going to put a double crochet in the next one, And then we're going to put half double crochets in the next 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, a double crochet in the next one, and then a treble crochet in the next 2. We're going to chain 2, and because you'll see here at the end what has happened, and I'll explain. And we're going to treble in the next 2 again after we did our chain 2. We're going to put a double crochet in the next one. In the next 6 half double crochets. And I'll put the links to all these other tutorials in the description, so if you need a refresher, they'll be there. 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then a double crochet, and then 2 triples or trebles. Chain 2, and then we're coming back down the straight stretch here to the beginning. So we're going to go, the next 2 are the trebles, a double, 6 half double crochets, 1 in each of the next 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, a double crochet, and then a treble, 1, 2, and another treble, and then we're going to finish with a chain 2, and we're going to slip stitch to the top of that first chain we did, the chain 4 space, and that's going to finish round 4. And what you're going to notice is it starts that we had a circle, but now we've got a square, because by putting the half double crochets in the middle and then the double crochets and then the trebles, that makes it, because they're the longer ones on the edges, it makes it, we started, oh, word to heart. By putting the different length stitches in the right spots, we have now made it a straight across, okay? So then for round 5, what we're going to do is chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to double crochet in each of the next 11 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That'll bring us across to our corner, okay? So double crochet in each of the next 11. And again, I'll put the tutorial link to these stitches in the description as well. But if you had color combinations for these, oh, they'd be so pretty. There'd be so many different combinations you could do. All right, let's see here. So then what you're going to do is put in this corner space the chain 2 space, you're going to put 3 double crochets, a chain 2, 3 double crochets. Okay, so 1 excuse me, 2, 3, chain 2, and right back into that same chain 2 space with another 3 double crochets. And this is what you're going to repeat around, okay? So if you want to put pause, press pause and meet me when we get to the end there, and we'll finish it up right back. Okay, welcome back. So I've worked around doing my double crochets in each stitch there, and doing the chain, or 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and oh my land, I can't talk today. So now we're around to the last of the chain 2 spaces. So I'm going to go in there with 3 double crochets, a chain 2, and 3 more double crochets. It will fit. And this is the last corner. So now we're going to slip stitch to the top of the starting chain 3 and fasten off. Now, if you wanted to make this square a little bigger, you could just from there chain 3 and do more double crochets around. But I'm going to fasten off. And we'll weave our end in just to make it look nice. Just to get it out of the way here. Excuse me. Oh, I pulled it too tight. There we go. So now, there you have your flowered granny square number 2, version 2.0. So as you can see, if you had all these together and had a nice joining stitch, it'd be very, very pretty. So while I would deem it an intermediate, it's really, once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad, okay? So even if you're more of a beginner, don't be afraid to give this a try. I think you might surprise yourself. And like I said, I will put the links to the other tutorials of some of the stitches that are involved in this as well in the description. So if you like the video, don't forget to give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. I really do appreciate it. And let me know where you're watching from. I do find that fascinating, and all the different people all over the world. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to put them in the comment section, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Yeah. And if you do make it, please let me know. I want to know what color combinations people are using. And again, I apologize for not knowing specifically what color yarn I used, because they were just leftovers from something I had done ages ago. I'm sure we all have a stash of yarn. Quick little side note, I went to look for something down in one of our storage areas, and I found a big Tupperware tote, and I'm like, what's in this? And I opened it up and it was yarn. And my husband was like, there's another one over here too. And I was like, oh great. So now I restocked everything. It was awesome. Chances are that I'll still have to go to Michael's and get more yarn first of the week, because you never have enough yarn, in my opinion. So anyway, so that is the Flower Granny Square version 2.0. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care and happy crocheting.